Hi, I'm Rob Arts, and this is a review for Skyfall. Skyfall follows James Bond, obviously. It's the 23rd movie that's come out about the character, and it's currently celebrating its 50th anniversary. Skyfall opens with James Bond in Turkey, trying to get a list, and he plans to for MI6. James Bond is then shot by a character who I won't give away any spoilers, but is a key character in the series. A few weeks later, we see James Bond come back from the dead. And the movie basically goes from there. The list that James Bond was hired to collect details all the agents who have done things, very bad things, that is believed to not exist. This movie focuses quite heavily on the relationship of M and James Bond. The character M, played by Judi Dench, we get to see her past a bit more. She's clearly been in the espionage security agency for a long time, and I think it's interesting because we get to see more side of that. In the past James Bond films, we never got to really see that side. So it was good to see that a bit more done. They also bring in a character from her past, who plays a key role in the movie. And this character is sort of like what would happen if James Bond became evil. They don't really play, like, this character has the same relationship that James Bond and M have, but they don't really dive more into that, unfortunately. Like, I would have liked to have seen more on that, but we didn't. The movie is primarily set, the movie is primarily set in London, with a few scenes done in Turkey. I guess I want to say Japan, but I could be wrong. So yeah, I thought the movie was good. It was very enjoyable. However, in certain places, I did want the story to quicken. I found some of the bits were quite slow. Definitely the action sequences were quite slow. But I also found, this is the first movie, I think, where we get to see more of James Bond's past. We get references to his, parents in this movie. We also get to see the place where he grew up, which I thought was, very good. Also, I wanted to talk about, the opening credits. Adele played Skyfall, which is a very good song. And how it blended in with the opening credits was brilliant. It reflects death and how, it's the death, it's the, and death is really what makes James Bond's character dark, in a way. I mean, he is a killer through and through, but it's quite interesting to see, definitely in his past, how death defined him. Like, there's his caretaker, said himself, you know, he went into a, like, cave thing, an underground cave, and said he went in there as a boy and came out as a man. That is very true, because the trauma of what he went through with the death of his parents, it definitely does. You seem to get it a bit more. I mean, had James Bond not been found, had someone not come in and taken the orphaned James Bond, would death have defined Bond in the way that it has? And James Bond is in this for life, you know. We've seen it in Quantum of Solace, we saw it in Casino Royale. He can't escape from the line of work that he's in. So this movie really takes that, and it takes the fact that death seems to follow him and everything he touches. So I found that quite intriguing. I also liked, I found this movie not as funny as the previous two were, which was quite disheartening since the last two was really good at that that sort of thing. But yeah, this movie was good, and I think, it's watchable. So, yeah. This is my first review I've ever done, so sorry it's a bit scatty, mwahaha. Anyway, so if you have any, comments you'd like to make, please send them up down below. And yeah. See you soon.